America, help is on the way. Now that the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan has been signed, Americans can expect some relief and some money in their accounts as early as this weekend. Here's President Biden moments before signing the bill.
This historic legislation is about rebuilding the backbone of this country and giving people in this nation, working people, middle-class folks, people who built the country, a fighting chance. That's what the essence of it is.
Biden has vowed not to repeat the mistake President Obama made back in 2009 when the administration did not get out and sell the benefits of its own economic recovery plan. So much of the public was just left not fully informed about the benefits.
Barack was so modest, he didn't want to take, as he said, a victory lap. I kept saying, tell people what we did. He said, we don't have time. I'm not going to take a victory lap. And we paid a price for it, ironically, for that humility. Each piece isn't just defensible, it is urgent and overwhelmingly supported by the people. It's good policy and it's good politics.
Well, with that in mind, the White House has planned an aggressive marketing push to tout the specific benefits, state by state, of the already popular and transformative package. It begins with Biden's address to the nation coming up at the top of the hour, followed by a national tour next week with administration officials crisscrossing the country. President Biden and Vice President Harris will end the tour in Atlanta, which, just let's be clear, made this bill possible by electing 2 Democratic senators in January. So it's fitting that it will be the choice for their first joint event outside of Washington since the inauguration. Friendly reminder, 0 Republicans supported this wildly popular bill, but that didn't stop them from trying to take credit for some of it. Hours after passage, Mississippi Senator Roger Wicker was promoting a portion of the bill that sends cash to restaurants. Fittingly enough, he left out the part about him actually voting against it. And if that wasn't bad enough, Minority Leader Mitch McConnell tried to plant the Republican flag on the country's recovery.
Senate Republicans led the Bipartisan CARES Act that got our country through the last year. The American people already built a parade that's been marching toward victory. Democrats just want to sprint in front of the parade and claim credit.
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi had a good word for the Republicans who are playing hanger-on.
It's remarkable legislation. Unfortunately, Republicans, as I say, vote no and take the dough. You see already some of them claiming, oh, this is a good thing or that's a good thing, but they couldn't give it a vote. But anyway, enough of them.
Joining me now is Senator Chris Coons of Delaware. Vote no and take the dough. President Biden probably better than anyone in the United States Senate. What do you expect his demeanor to be like tonight? I mean, he said, that they made a mistake in 2009 when they didn't get out there and toot their own horn. Is he going to do a little bit of that tonight, you think?
Well, Joy, since Joe Biden won the election to become our president, he has been relentlessly focused on getting us out of this pandemic, on relieving the burdens on middle Americans, and on moving us forward. I think he will be somber as we reflect on what the 1-year anniversary means of this pandemic, what it means to have lost 530,000 Americans. But I also think he'll be hopeful because we are now clearly on a path towards getting out of this pandemic and towards recovery. This $1.9 trillion bill that he just signed into law is truly a big deal. And it's going to deliver relief to 100 million American families in the means of direct stimulus checks. It's going to be the biggest anti-poverty program in decades by expanding the child tax credit. And it's going to put money into the Veterans Administration, into helping people stay in their homes or apartments, into safely reopening schools, into more small business lending. Joy, this bill is going to do a lot of good. And Joe Biden ran for president so he could help the American middle class and help get us out of the mess that Donald Trump got us into. I expect him to really give us a clear shot of hope about our future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank all of you out there.
Thank you as always.
Thanks to at home.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for letting us into your homes during these extraordinary times.